get larger and more robust as our search patterns and search areas start to become more pinpoint and more predicted. So overnight we've added DCI agents, we've added FBI agents from as far away as Milwaukee and Omaha. We have Cedar Rapids agents, Waterloo local agents. We have DCI, we have members from NECMEC, the National Missing and Exploited Children. We have DCI agents whose specialty are child enticement. We have quite a robust amount of investigators, people that are detectives with those particular skill sets. Waterloo PD, my agency, we've just got Buchanan County Sheriff's Office, and that's going to continue to grow throughout the day and over the next couple of operational periods. So really, we're kind of seeing this balancing and counterbalancing between what is happening operationally in the incident and what is happening with regard to growth in the investigation side of the house as well. Again, still meticulously processing everything, anything. I just heard, hey, we found a juice box. Well, great. We'll come look at the juice box. We'll take a picture of the juice box. So we're very meticulous in how we're documenting, how we're processing, how we are evaluating both the environment where information and items are found, as well as the approaches that we're following to make sure that nothing is missed. So one of the questions was, how does law enforcement handle some of this? We follow a regiment, and that regiment is kind of a tried and true regiment that seems to draw positive conclusions. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, we've been through this a few times here in Blackhawk County, and so we've learned from previous experiences, and we've continued to improve and evolve what we do investigatively, and as a process to make sure that we are doing justice to the investigation, doing justice for the family, and doing justice to the integrity of what we're trying to accomplish with this incident. So as in this day into the next 24 hours, we do anticipate a continued growth, a continued expansion of our efforts, our additional partners' involvement, other agencies, again, both state, local, and federal, an expansion of some of our purview as well. As your search patterns are growing from 5 miles out to now 7, 8 miles, so goes the investigation side of it as well.
Since it's been this long without really much apparent evidence, what's the possibilities he got in a vehicle, somebody left the area?
Nothing's off the table, Dave. That's absolutely a realistic consideration, one that we continue to contemplate.
Any successes last night going through video, able to put together any kind of timeline?
Absolutely. We've got a very... We have a very solid timeline, one that we're very comfortable with, one that is empirically based on evidence that we can prove, and so that's all working very, very solidly for us. And that's obviously that's one of the first steps in an investigation, is trying to backtrack where we're at. We've got a very small window of time that we don't know where we're at, and so we're still nailing that down, as well as there's a ton of ancillary evidence coming in and things that we're digesting. So we're still getting evidence, we're still getting video from places that we've requested in, but there was a lot of time spent last night and this morning to help coordinate and collaborate statements and witnesses.
You kind of said that with your approach, nothing is missed. Can you kind of break down some details about what your approach is with this investigation?
Thanks for asking that.
Tony, this search seems almost as intense as the one a few years ago in Evansville with the girls. How much did you learn from that investigation that you're using on this one?
You know, there's been both accolades and criticisms. People that were not close to that investigation, people that were armchair quarterbacking that previous investigation, have no idea the amount of time, energy, and effort and expense and effort that went into that investigation. Clearly there are lessons learned, and clearly there are opportunities for improvement. We've employed almost all of them. What started out as a simple, hey, we've got a young man missing, over the last 24 hours has continued to evolve into, we need to be much more robust. And so we're a little more ahead of the game because of lessons learned. We are certainly employing and deploying resources more rapidly than we have in previous incidents. Whether we're looking at a water recovery, I've done, just in the last 3 years, I've done 3 water recoveries, right? So we take lessons from every one of those experiences and improve upon what we're doing. And at the end of the day, Mother Nature's a tough opponent. Autism is a tough opponent. A 16-year-old that thinks like a 9-year-old is a tough opponent. But we hate to lose. And this is one of those places where we're up to the challenge, and we are employing those lessons learned very effectively. I could not be more pleased right now, and I'm hearing that same being echoed from the National Missing and Exploited Children, the Iowa Task Force 1, the DCI, the FBI. We're checking all the blocks. Like I say, in that regimented approach, we're checking all those blocks, and I think we're ahead of the game as far as methodically managing this incident.
Are you getting tips from outside the area, people who think they may have seen Jake?
Yes. Yep. That it? All right, folks, we're going to probably 5:30. We good with? We're probably going to go again at 5:30. That will give us kind of a feel for what happens out in the outer reaches and where we're at investigatively today. There's a lot of developments within the investigations today, approaches that we're employing that are a little different than what we've done before. So hopefully we have a little bit more to tell you at 5:30, but that's our next plan. No other questions? Thank you, folks.